Yes, we'll go keep the ball on the ground! We're with the Livi boys. How we doing, lads?
What a lineup.
He's
right side.
He's not happy with you, is he?
Where's
Chipper's
Slaney?
not happy with you.
Aye, where's Slaney?
He's got a day off, mate.
Aye.
He's got business
Just
things.
give him the year off.
Uh-huh.
Every time I'm here, he's never here.
I think he's scared of you, Chuck, because you
Still is.
slaughtered John.
Still is, aye.
Tell us sorry about the high drum if you could.
Went to the highbrow to your show. You said you were going to give me a mention. You did. But it was all sexual. I was sitting with my missus. I had to tell her there was 2 chippers in the hall. I was talking about the other one. You know? That was a long 3.5 days up.
You are a proper stitch-up merchant, though, aren't you?
Sorry, mate. Sorry. It was funny, saw it.
That was funny.
It wasn't that chipper, was it?
It's because it was true. It was funny.
You, was it?
No, it was to me. No.
Davey, what is it he does in that chamber? What have you caught him doing?
Don't know, but it was a razzle-dazzle in it.
I
think I seen a picture of you.
mean, by the way, what about the setup in here?
Unbelievable, mate. I can't believe it.
Fucking English Premier League standard,
No,
mate. Can the camera see all that around the side?
Aye, off the field.
Mate, yeah, I can't believe you got Hydro Chamber, the darts, the hockey, full gym set up as well, wee tech ball table. I've heard that David's the main man on the tech ball as well.
Still unbeaten.
Was this here when you were here, Matt, for this?
No,
No,
this bit wasn't here. So the darts wasn't. I've not even been through that to see the chamber, but that stuff was what was
You
that,
build it
the
all,
second
David?
year?
You build it all by scratch yourself?
Aye, me and the boys at the club.
You used to have a tool belt,
That's
mate.
unreal, isn't it?
After training, just fucking put a tool
We
belt.
don't sign
Where are you
defenders, we
going?
sign joiners.
No,
Joiners and plumbers.
What's your sighting skill? Labourer, you're in.
we've not got a recruitment team. We just go to the job centre.
So how long does it take you to do?
This part,
The full hang?
oh, that was probably about 3 months. But that was during COVID.
Yeah.
This bit we done it 4 weeks. But this was nothing here. It was like kind of derelict. So we built this in about 4 weeks.
You ever in your house?
Try not to. Sorry,
Do you like your
Martha.
missus now?
Sorry, Martha.
Is that her name, Martha?
The missus?
Martha.
Yes.
Can I something?
She's punching.
That's
Gorgeous then.
Who's good on the tech ball? Who's the champ? Are you the champ? Is that true?
Unbeaten, Marvin. Come on.
No, you weren't. Who was your partner back then?
I didn't need a partner.
No, we used to play doubles.
Who was it?
Martha, was it? No, you and Martha.
Who was it?
So it was me, you, Stretch and Doogie. No?
Yeah, Dougie was the
Like Doogie
angriest,
got banned.
angriest guy ever.
Who's Dougie?
Emery.
Oh, Emery, right?
Oh man,
Doogie come into work and go, I am going to batter you today. You go round there, beat him 21-0. I'm not playing you again. See, by the time you go back to see, I swear to God, see tomorrow, I'm going to batter you.
So aggressive with it, man.
Every week,
so
eh?
aggressive.
That's not your game for Marv, is it, the tech ball?
No, I used to be alright. I used to just try and lay it up to Dougie and he used to mess it up.
Right,
Do you usually
Security
play?
card,
Were you usually big on staff games on a Friday as well?
Aye.
Still do that?
The five
Nah,
boys.
we played a wee bit, Chipper.
We done a wee bit, yeah.
Aye. But
Not
I
as
used
much now.
Efe, what was Efe like? Honestly, like, Efe used to chat the boardroom door to get me out of meetings. Can we play tech ball? I'm like, Efe, I'm in a meeting.
In a meeting with yourself. You are the board. Sit and speak to yourself.
Me
Sit and speak to yourself.
Just you in the mirror.
So what you going to do?
What was the story when you had Efe's trainers?
Oh, and then trying to blame me. No, hang on, there's a story behind this though. So Davey took Effie's trainers on multiple occasions,
Yes.
leaving with one with like a size 12, one size 10, so he should just mix them up. So anyway, who's training to these still? Robbie McCrory's.
Robbie being in Scotland duty.
Yeah, he went on international duty. He came back, Effie had his trainers on. These blue Knights, obviously from Rangers. Effie wouldn't give them back. Anyway, I did it once.
You started it, I think.
No, I did it once, and Dave got the CCTV on a Friday meeting, and he's like, lads, before we do like the pre-analysis stuff, we need to watch something, and I knew exactly what he was going to do. On his laptop, what did he have? Me taking the trainers on that one occasion. So I said, where's the CCTV from the rest? Oh, it was broken those days when he was leaving.
So Efe used to come in for it and go mental. Oh, he would walk about with a Nike trainer and an Adidas trainer, so he would steal them. That's went on for about 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Just hiding his trainers all over the club. He'd walk about with a flip-flop, a slipper, a football, going mental. And I put the video with Marv up stealing his shoes and he just jumped up.
Yeah, he grabbed me, actually grabbed me.
Did he grab me,
Yeah,
did
he
he?
grabbed me. I'm going to kill you.
That'd be a right good fight.
Oh, Efe and Marv.
Oh.
I'd back Marv for
I'll back you, Marv. I'll back you.
I'm not sure with Efe,
Effie's a man of God though. I think he would have calmed down after a while, but he was fuming, man. Absolutely
After he
raging.
strangled
What a
you.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a flying just now, lads, isn't you, Chipper? Davies a flying the great result of the weekend.
It was a great result of the weekend. Tough game against there. We're undefeated. We've only lost 4 goals in the league. You know, obviously I did the defending bit now. You know, the gaffers didn't attack.
Scored 2, I did the attack.
Nah, the boys have been great. It's a new group, brand new group, younger. They weren't coached.
Yeah.
They want to work. You know, it's half the battle.
Big McGibbon's been good for you, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been really good. Ryan's been good. He's came in. Got a presence at centre half. Got experience. You know, and he's done really well for us.
It's going to be a very good league this year, isn't it?
It's tougher than I thought it would be, to be honest. And the style of play changes week to week. Like there's no, it changes. It can be so direct, but then teams will try and play. It's a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. A lot harder as well in terms of trying to win games of football.
There's probably 7-8 teams that probably fancy themselves for that sort of playoff position up, don't they? So I think it is going to be a very good league. Look, that and League One. I think League One's the same. League One's going to be competitive.
I think there are only 7 points between the top and the bottom, isn't there?
Yeah.
In League One, it's
Did you just watch McGibbon on here? Do you watch it now?
No, I don't watch your show.
Why not?
I don't watch
Why
either.
don't you get a
'cause
mention next
slaughtered me.
week?
That's why I don't watch it. I came off social media about August last year. And I've not went back on.
Well, we do something now. It's
I
pet
might go
peeves.
back on
You
now.
got any pet peeves in life?
Pet
what?
peeves.
That's stuff
Things
that
that
really
are
does your
annoying.
tits in.
Mustaches.
Aye, like
I
it, David.
swear.
You like this
Nothing
now? Man, have you like this?
Oh, no,
You've got a bit about you, man. Have you?
Decent
but
He's
you've
looking
got to be
good.
the bit in the
Thanks,
chin
I
as
swear.
well.
That's taking
Imagine you just did the
25
top
years.
bit.
Oh, I'll be done, man.
Come on.
No, I cut this off once, so I was raging, man. Started getting ID'd for stuff, man.
You were getting ID'd?
Yeah, I took everything off about 5-6 years ago, and just like a little boy. So like, yeah, I had to let it
No,
go
you
out.
shoot that stubble, didn't you?
Aye, you do. I've
Absolutely.
got a couple of pet peeves I want all your opinions on.
Right, go for it.
So number one, Paramine Ian, right? Orders an omelette for the Chinese.
Ian orders an omelette. He sounds like the worst guy in the world.
Omelette?
Omelette.
I don't know
For the
what
that's
Chinese.
fucking-
Efe.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh.
the pizza?
That's shocking, no?
That's shocking. What's your story?
Man, go on, the pizza with
Oh,
Efe.
man. So after a reserve game, we had a reserve game here. So Effie said to me, Mark, can you order me a pizza? So I was like, yeah, that's fine, from Domino's, and then they would deliver it to him or whatever. He said, what did he say? He didn't want...
No tomato.
Yeah, no tomato. So I was like, you don't want cheese and tomato? He's like, no tomato at all.
But he's gone crazy at this point.
Yeah, going absolutely mental. And I said, Effie, you can't have a pizza with no tomato. He's like, yes, I can. What are you on about? I just want the cheese, no tomato. So I've gone on there, ordered it, no tomato. So when the pizzas came, it's like the pizza base with cheese on the top. There's no sauce.
He's sandwich.
So, and tuna. And tuna. Yeah, cheese and
It was all
tuna.
just falling off.
Lasagna.
He said he was trying to eat it and everything was just falling off. He's like, oh my, I wasted my money. I was so angry.
No, he said I wasted your money. Because Efe paid for
Yeah, he
nothing.
didn't pay me back, to be fair.
Was he tight as fuck, was he?
Oh, my
man.
God. Mate,
Is he?
we gave him a Toyota Yaris, remember? Efe just won the African Nations Cup and he's down about Livingston in a Toyota Yaris.
And there was a manual who nearly killed me.
And a manual, and he got out the car park and faced me, but a 6-point turn to park in the morning in a Toyota Yaris. He was, honestly,
Who did we play? Dundee United it was, in COVID time.
Aye.
So Effie, I was with Effie. I swear, I nearly died. He never used to look what was coming, like traffic-wise, and like, crunching the gears and stuff. I was like, oh my God, never get in the car with you today. He said, it's been many years since I drove a manual. I was like, what?
Why'd you
Telling me
get
that
one?
now? It was free, that's why.
Oh, what a hero. What's your other pet peeve?
My other one, so I was in Spain last week. My wee brother got married, coming back. This could be the biggest pet peeve I've said in the podcast. Grown adult men that wear football strips in the airport.
Oh, fucking arseholes.
See the amount of Rangers and Celtic strips I seen in Glasgow
I was going to
Airport?
say, it's
Honestly,
Rangers.
it was mental.
You don't get that problem with Livingston.
It's worse when they've got the full strip on.
Full kit,
strip.
shingers,
The full
shingers,
family. You've got the father, the mother, and the three wains. Home strip, away strip, home strip, away strip. Full
Chipper
gear.
was in there
The
and he's
shin
not
pads
Forest
and all.
strip.
Big man had a pair of coatless walking through the security. Relax.
With the studs grinding down. You can hear them coming.
You must have been that. The Hallidays must have had Rangers
I
strips
just
on
had
the
the
airport.
strip back, not the full kit.
You definitely would have been full Rangers
Name
strips.
on the back.
Name on the back, 100%. There's a pet peeve. Your brother was looking a million in his suit,
Aye.
the groom, and then he puts the best. That was your fucking old Rangers club suit you had on, man.
You think it was poor?
So he's looking a million in a white cream suit, mate, and he's got them in fucking navy flares.
That was part of his plan, man.
That's part of the
Definitely
plan,
part of the plan,
mate.
aye.
What
Make
about you,
look
anything
shite.
else that do your tits in?
No.
Even in football as well.
No.
Passing back
Passing
to the
back.
goalie for 40 yards in your own half. You're in your own half and you pass back to the goalie when you can play forward.
But see, back in your day, that used to happen all the time. This is what I argue with Derek Ferris and Gordon Dalziel.
Right.
You used to turn for the halfway line and boot the ball back to the goal and he'd catch
Pick it up, yeah.
Fucking fake football, man.
I never played with a goalie that could catch it. Don't pass it back, play forward.
Play
You're trying to
forward,
score another goal, Si.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. You staying in?
No, I'm trying to think. Away
You,
from
you
football.
must get angry about stuff now.
Nah, I don't really get that angry, Marv. There.
What's the angriest you've ever seen him, Mark? You remember?
Probably a him.
Yeah.
For what?
Only once I remember one of the first training sessions when Dykesy was there and we were doing some like shape stuff and Dykesy was blowing out his arse trying to press everyone. I was like, Gaffer, you can't just fucking press everyone, man. He's going to die. So I fucking tell you what we do. And I was like, coming towards me like, oh my God, man. Dykesy's like, cheers, bro. Thanks for sticking up for me. I was like, he was going to fucking kill me. He was like, yeah, you by yourself then.
Got my move to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a famous one, remember, that got leaked that you were raging about at Stenhousemuir?
Oh, aye, Scottish Cup.
That was a, what was that a WhatsApp audio clip or
Nah, I
something?
think the wee
That's
ball
poor
boys.
somebody doing that,
It
though,
was the
wasn't
wee
it?
ball boys next door, to be fair. It was that wee Brothers and he went on straight after it and pinged one in the top bin.
Oh, did he?
Aye.
Oh, Bradley. But what you're saying was spot on, I thought, mate.
Oh, I can't remember.
It was a bit like turning up here thinking that because you're a level above, you can go through the motions. And I thought what you were saying was right.
I think
You're not
you always-
thinking
Some
that.
people fold though, don't they? When you shout and some don't. Like, we actually had a good dressing room, to be fair.
Then.
We had a really good dressing room and boys used to just fucking respond to it. Pitts would say nothing, just sit in the corner. David would shout at Pitts, would just say nothing. What about when you shouted at Efe and then you subbed him at Ibrox and he started crying?
I swear to God, right? every time Efe got the ball, Ryan Kent ran at him at 150 miles an hour, right? Obviously that was the plan. So he would try and Cruyff for me. And they can't hear you at the side because Effie's away on our side. So they scored for one.
Yeah. That could
Ryan,
score.
every time the ball with Effie, I swear to God, he just ran as quick and Effie's thinking, I'm just Cruyff. Everybody in the world knew Effie was going to Cruyff him. So we get in at half time, I said, So we're all in the corner, remember, and I'm standing at the corner and I'm talking to him, but I can see Marv's not watching me. Marv's looking at my shoulder. What's he looking at? And I turn round and Effie's got his hand up, he's sitting in the corner. I went, what is it? He's like, Gaffer, please let me stay on. I went, no, they move. And we're talking, but he's still not looking at me. I'm like, what the Effie are turning his green? No, please, Gaffer, put me back on. Remember? Oh my God.
Did you take him off?
Yeah,
hooked him.
he was bad that game, but because he was shouting
What
and
do you mean
like
that game?
I was trying to avoid like him seeing me looking at Effie, and Effie's like, I'm like,
He
he was gone.
We were the only club he cared about, I think.
Yeah.
Remember his first game, so it took me about 4 months to get him from Nigeria. Marv put him in touch with me. He'd phone me at 4 in the morning, then when he answered his phone for a week, eventually I looked, Effie, see if you're coming, just get on that plane, if you're not coming, don't phoning me. So he's turned up with it, Hibs, you're saying off, you were in
I
the
was
stand.
suspended, yeah.
And I'm in this, I can always remember him playing for Hibs and Lenny shouting him, put it in a channel, Effie. And I went, Effie, don't overplay, put it in a channel. But at this point, I didn't know he couldn't kick a ball straight, right? Remember it? So we walked out Easter Road, Mar's behind me in the dugout. Effie's at that far corner and he's done about 6 Cruyffs in my 18-yard box. Now all the Hibs boys know he's doing it, So he's Cruyffing me, Boyle, running at my 100 mile an hour, running at him. And I'm screaming, put it in the channel. And I'm looking round and he's hiding behind the dugout. Oh my God.
Honestly, he was chopping the shit out of them at the start.
Everybody.
I was like, what's good? He's going to get tackled in a
He's not
minute.
played football for 2 years and he's Cruyffing everybody. Even the ref. The ref's did it as well.
Can he play? Can Efe play?
Yeah, he can chop, like, it's decent, but when he started to slow down, he couldn't get away from you. So he'd chop you, but then you catch him and take the ball anyway. But yeah, he had, like, a decent shimmy.
So were you a coach at this time? Did you feel like responsible?
No,
for
I was suspended. So I was at the top.
You were the captain.
Yeah, I was at the top with stretch and stuff. So when you turned around, you were looking for us at the top, and that's when I was like,
Where is he? Where is he? He's hiding. How funny was he? But
oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That was some of the
guy,
funniest times I've had at Livingston with Efe Ambrose.
Brilliant.
What, in terms of like one-on-one meetings and that, Davey?
tried not to speak to him. he'd be hanging about my office, making me play tech ball.
That's all he cared about. Oh, honestly, on a Friday, like before a Saturday game, we'll play tech ball. Wouldn't have. He wouldn't eat lunch. So Effie wouldn't eat. So if Dave was eating, he'd just sit there and stare at him. Like, he's like, what do you want? Yeah, like, you want a tech ball?
2 years, still texts me about tech ball.
Where is
I've
he
actually
now?
never played it, have you?
Tech ball, I love it, mate.
I've never played it.
Workington or something.
Is he at work?
He was at Bury.
I think he's playing holding midfield.
He went to Bury, didn't he?
He was a hero there, wasn't he?
He did 5-6 games.
Was he
He
not
said,
travelling?
he said it was
Do you
too
know what he
far.
said to me?
It's too far.
Do you know what he said to me? I didn't know they weren't paying me any wages. That's what he says. I said, all right. He said, now this team pay me wages, so I go there. It's only 3 hours away, opposed to 4.
He got stuck one day, didn't he? Because they closed the motorway to M6 coming back up. And I think he got back at like 5:30 in the morning in his Volvo, man.
So remember you said he went to Hibs and never spoke to a soul.
not
He
anyone.
wouldn't speak to anybody.
What
Right?
players like?
Nah, he's come train, sit in the corner, training will finish, you just go.
And at the last minute, eh?
Yeah.
Arrive right.
Yeah, yeah.
minute
Not even the
before
last
training.
minute, 45 minutes late.
45, sometimes later.
Easy. For the other side of Glasgow to there, eh?
And what
Never
would you say
spoke.
when he was late? Would you
So-
go off your nut?
No, he was all right with us
Right.
because we didn't let him get away with it. But he had Stokesy came in, remember?
Yeah.
He's like, who's that? Because Stokesy was at Celtic with him and he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
arguing
and
with him. He
Hibs,
said
yeah.
he never spoke. So for 2 weeks, all I done was argue with him and fight with him, get in that ice bath. No, I get in that ice bath. So 2 weeks later, he's in the ice bath underneath the lens.
The boys loved him, man.
Oh,
His breath.
The boys loved
That's
him.
it. What was your last week like? Did you need to tell him to leave you? Or did he decide to leave?
Nah, I tell him I'd ran out of ink in the contract. So I remember we're playing St Johnstone away, last game of the season at McDermott Park, and I said to the boys, look, everybody, I'll get a chat with you. With Effie's come in, I goes, Effie, I can't give you it. And I've like, he's like, please, started greeting again. Oh, Effie, I can't. And then he went, how lucky is he?
Oh,
He
yeah.
went and get double his money at St
Yeah,
Johnstone,
St Johnstone,
with
yeah.
another 2 years.
He went straight to St
he went to St
Johnstone.
Johnstone.
He lands in his feet
Yeah.
all the time.
And then he got concussion, didn't he, against us? Remember he ran into...
No, we were playing on him. Just put it in behind Effie.
Honestly, cleared out one of his
Effie on the
teammates,
ground,
man.
let's just talk about it all day.
Honestly, Effie just running about in the wide areas like that.
Mate, he cleaned someone. Who did he run into?
Remember,
No, he's in player.
Yeah, he ran into his own player,
player.
then we scored.
You
And
scored
he
for it.
came in after the game with a massive cocoa in his head.
aye, but we'd beaten him.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
in his St Johnstone and we used to play a song every time we won and we used to make
yeah,
him dance,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
He'd be done.
yeah, he loved
I'm
it.
sure we had this song
Yeah, someone,
on and he
yeah,
was in the changing room dancing.
Yeah, with his leather cap and St Johnson stuff on. Like,
After you beat him,
He is the funniest guy in
Brilliant,
football,
man.
but you wouldn't know.
Brilliant.
Is he one of your favourite players you've managed, David?
Brilliant,
Huh?
man.
Pardon?
Is he the favourite player you've managed?
I wouldn't say favourite. He's one of the funniest. Nah, you're the favourite, man. Nah, he's one of the funniest.
Yeah.
He is.
Brilliant guy, man.
But it's hard to explain. You've got to get to know
Love-hate
him.
relationship.
Honestly, he's so funny. Remember, he scored at Kilmarnock.
Oh. No, he didn't score. It was his own goal, man. Fucking own goal. And he's giving it to him saying, you scored, and Marv's not scored. He's like, yeah, I've scored. Own goal. Like, blatant own goal. He's done nothing. And Davey's giving him the goal.
We used
you
to
never
be
score
shooting
here,
on a
Marv?
Friday.
Oh,
I
you never
swear
score
to
here?
God, he can't kick a
Against
ball.
Hearts.
Against Hearts.
But he can't strike a ball.
The guy's semi-final at St Johnstone as well, remember? So bang, he goes up St Mirren, the League Cup semi-final. You know, all he's got to do is head it in the net. Hits it off the bar, right? And we Scott Robinson then taps in. Effie runs away claiming an assist. So to me, this is God's honest truth. Played at Celtic, beat Barcelona, won the African Cup of Nations, and I'm like, get out here, we're doing heading with you. So I'm whacking balls and Effie telling him to go and attack the ball. I said to Marv, why has nobody done with this before? Marv, why have nobody taught me this before?
No one
How to
taught you
head
to
it
head
up.
up.
Played at centre half with Van Dijk.
That's madness. Isn't it?
Last Effie story. What about you let him take a free kick at St
I never
Johnstone?
let him, Marv.
You did.
I never, I promise you. You let him.
Do you know what?
What, edge of the box? Like
So you're
shooting?
saying he's
honestly,
getting his
shit.
technique, but you put him on the
No, I
free kicks?
never. That's a lie. I swear to God, we've got a free kick. I can't remember who, maybe Stephen Kelly or somebody. I think, right, Stephen, on you go. So if he's like, you're on the park.
Yeah.
I'm going, what are they doing? he can't kick a ball. What are they doing? I swear to God, he's told the boys on him about him, I'm going to bend us. And they dropped the ball on there. I was like, oh yeah, he must be telling us right. Effie's put the ball down, wrapped it off the first guy in the wall, and the counter and nearly scored. And he couldn't kick a ball. Remember we used to do the runs on the Monday?
Oh my God, yeah, 6-4-2.
So but we're doing the 6-minute pitch runs, right? But when you're in your group, you can't keep an eye on the other group. Effie used to do 2. And then I'd turn round and do the last 2, and I'd be like, Effie, fantastic,
praising him.
unbelievable. But when you watch this video, he'd missed 2 but
Just flying.
he used to walk about crawling in the park at the fitness runs, eh?
He was fucked, man.
Oh, what a hero. Would you hang about him outside the football, man?
Him and Marv are
Never.
good pals.
Inside, he doesn't do anything outside of football.
What, did you just go and sit in his house?
Yeah, he just goes, sits in his house.
He goes
that's
to church,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, goes to church, yeah.
Goes to church.
I think he's been out once, literally, since he's been in Scotland. That was when he went out. Celtic won a game, and he went out in his tracksuit after a game. I was supposed to go to the nightclub in his tracksuit.
What a
He
hero,
just doesn't
But
care.
We need to get him on, don't we? Would he be good on here?
I don't know if we do it.
I think if we tricked him into a take ball competition,
That'd
that's
be
his only thing he used to eat, right? Mo used to make him Nigerian wedding cake,
Yeah.
right?
Wait a minute.
I
What,
swear.
he just sitting there wedding cake during the
We're up there,
day?
they having three match and he's eating wedding cake, right? And when he did eat, all he would eat, and he would sit with the chef, he'd sell after everybody else, mashed potato and bolognese.
So much bolognese, man. Oh my
What, wait, what made it wedding cake though? Don't
'cause-
tell me he asked for the bride and groom.
Just imagine it every time you had to
Just try to get
We
him.
need the groom in the
Yeah, Andy, he never drank water, passed every hydration test,
Yep.
didn't eat, but he's straight. How strong was he?
so strong, and he's
His
ripped as
body
well, man.
fats.
What do you mean he doesn't drink water?
Because he doesn't want to. He said one day he played a game and he drank too much water, and you know you can feel it in your stomach. So then he just doesn't drink
But
anything
he
like leading into games.
passed every hydration
Just seems
test every day.
That's fucking
It's
wild.
crazy,
He's
man.
got an 8-pack.
Yeah, he's
Eh?
ripped, man.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's funny.
Different animal,
He's so
him.
funny.
Was he good for you here, huh?
He was good for morale. Nah, he was. Was he good?
Where did you hear him, Chipper?
Oh, on the courses, SFA courses.
And how was he on now?
Listen to these.
Honest, Chipper, I've been in football 30 years. I can't do a session. I don't know what to do.
Couldn't have put on a training session there.
7v7. What do I do? He'd phone you every day. I can't do this.
Did
you
you
need to
just
help
give
me.
him?
So you just gave him a session there. Try that. Do that.
There's your
Yeah.
B license. Don't
For
come
a
back.
guy that's played at that level, one week he's won. You know, it was just completely.
Couldn't have done
He's
it.
his
an
comfort
enigma. I
zone.
remember you went on your A license, and I'd say to him, "If you he's like, what is it? I said, Marv's on his A license now, so he doesn't need his B license. He was on it him. Marvin, give me your B license.
Chipper's just a bit of paper.
Exactly.
No, but it's a bit of paper, isn't it? You don't need that.
That's my favourite story yet.
That's me past my B.
So I would say you need to go and take the reserves with Marv, but you need your B license. Yes, I said, but go and ask him for his B because he's got his A now, and he would pester the life out of you. Marvin, why am I not getting this?
Give it to me. Give it to me.
He's got it now, Si.
Did he get it?
He's
Did he?
got it now,
Ah,
right. He's got
David,
it
just
now.
tell that scout story before. I love this. Like, you heard this story?
You never met old Jim MacArthur, eh?
No.
Old
Then we'll
Jim.
get on to the football.
The old Jim, we were talking about it in the bus. I'll not tell you who the kid was. So him and Yogi's went to sign a boy for Wester Hales, right? So they've got in, Yogi's away, Jim's the head scout, Yogi's the manager at the time. They're way up to the boy's house. So I opened the door and dogs came in with him. So Jim's thinking, must be their dog. So they're inside the player, but the dog's in the corner of the living room and it's peeing up the wall. And Jim's going, fucking weird. The dog's staying in the toilet in the house. So anyway, they've got up, signed the wee boy, got up, signed, and went to go out, and the guy, the mum and dad's went, you're not taking your dog with you? Yeah.
So it was just a stray dog.
Just a stray dog that walked in with him. Aye.
And they thought it was theirs.
They
And they
thought
thought
it was theirs, they thought it was theirs.
But they don't know what he's saying. Oh, Jimmy.
Oh, man.
See Jimmy telling you a story about it is magnificent. It's magnificent.
That's
You need to get
incredible.
old Jim on. You need to
get him on, mate.
Jim
That's
McCarthy.
incredible, isn't it?
Oh, man.
Right, before we get on to the football chat, lads, make sure you watch the Danny Murphy interview. You watched it. It's
I
something,
have,
isn't
aye.
it?
That is good.
Funny,
Again, it's like we say about anyone that comes on, whether it be managers, players, You watched Danny Murphy on Match of the Day, I think it's
Boring
boring,
bastard,
didn't you?
didn't it?
Aye, but it was brilliant. Some of the stories were really good, so enjoyed it.
Make sure you're going to watch it.
I'm not watching it.
You know him? Nah,
No, I've never played against him.
Fucking
No.
good player, wasn't he, Danny Murphy?
Class.
I tell you what, I've heard some of the guys that he's interviewed recently.
Oh,
Some right good,
next week's is unbelievable, mate.
some right good names in there.
Big names,
So who's interviewed Danny?
Me and Slaney did it.
You and
Me and
Slade.
Slaney together.
Is that how he's not
He
here?
actually loved
Was that
Slaney.
in his house?
No, right next to his house, golf club right next to
Oh,
his
was
house.
it?
You'd see the houses,
How's
mate.
that house?
Slaney's still down there.
He's still doing there with Danny
Aye.
Murphy.
Danny, following Danny Murphy about.
By the way, that's probably one of my favourite 20 minutes open goal in history. That
Brilliant.
stuff there.
Brilliant.
That's fucking incredible. Shite, we need to speak about the football now, innit?
Oh,
But we're going to need to.
Especially when we're starting.
Your game. How was it, mate? Dundee deserved to win.
Aye, we started the game well. First 10 minutes, really good. Came out of traps, had a few good chances, and then I was saying to the guys before 10 minutes onwards, second best over the pitch. Dundee were miles better. I'd actually say it's probably for a neutral, it was the worst game of the season until I watched Rangers KILLIE on Sunday, and that somehow managed to trump it. So, but it wasn't a good game.
Made your game look alright.
It did, aye. We've been really good. Not even just results. I think some of the performances we've been good, but that was.
You always get a fast start there, I think. Always get a fast start. Like you
Aye,
did
that's the aim
against us.
anyway. And that's the thing, David, we actually did. And I can actually admit, I'm not going to say what happens. It kind of feels as if it's throwing somebody under the bus, but it's not at all. There was one particular mistake that happened after 10 minutes, but it felt as if it just affected us as a team. Just after that, we just couldn't.
You all know how hard it is as well, but when you lose a player like Paul McGinn, you're on that run, you lose such an important player. It's tough, innit, to
So
replace guys like
consistent,
that.
eh?
Yeah.
So consistent.
I think as well, you have played back threes at times as well. Sometimes you want that outside centre half to be almost like a full back at times
yeah.
where they're comfortable defending the wide areas, but they can step into the game as well. And McGinn's been brilliant at that for us. And it's obviously it's an
So his replacement was no good then, basically.
Not to be fair, it was Dan who came in from Dan Casey,
Yeah,
who's
he's
You
been
know who
started
you
every game
know who
before
you need
that.
to sign, don't you, for that right side centre back? Efe.
Big Efe, aye.
Get big Efe's number.
I think you should sign Marva for Efe.
Step into the game, Marv.
Yeah, exactly.
Step
Just
in.
don't play backwards.
Keep
Like
the ball down the left.
It's Kettlewell's done a good job at Motherwell, eh?
Aye, really well. Really good.
Great.
Play good stuff. You like Lennon Miller as well?
I think Lennon's probably the best talent in Scotland.
Are you, mate?
I think he's quality. I watch him and I think he's still playing within himself. I think he finds it a bit easy. It looks as though it's too easy for him at times. You know, he's got a bit of everything. Scores
Aye.
goals.
So
Creates.
surprising that he's still at Motherwell, but I thought he'd have got a move in the summer in all honesty.
Aye, so that, to be honest.
Does he want to stay at Motherwell? I think he said he wants to stay.
play,
there,
don't he?
doesn't
He wants
he?
to play, don't he?
I
Okay.
I'm not putting words in anybody's mouth. I just think, I always felt like, see if he got his move in the summer, I think the best interest for him was to go back and loan to Motherwell for a year
Yeah,
and play another 40,
But-
50 games.
I think you could argue, let's use Rangers as a potential. I think he plays for Rangers now.
I think he walks into the team.
So we're sitting here saying go back to Motherwell, go back to Motherwell. I think he plays. He would play for them now. Maybe no so much a Celtic at this point, but I think the club that his next move, I think he's playing.
Do you think
You don't
Rangers will
think
go
so?
in for a Lennon? I think he
I
could
don't
play for
know.
Rangers.
I don't know. Why would
Probably
you
the
not
cost
want
now,
the
though,
best
innit?
young
Yeah.
Scottish talent? But
I think English teams will want him now, and the cost will just be through the roof.
I think,
Is the pressure
massive.
different though from like obviously playing for Motherwell to Rangers? Because you always say like players should play for Rangers or Celtic, but obviously you played as the pressure is totally different.
it is, but I've said this to him off camera before. That's the one thing I don't worry about him.
Yeah.
See mentality wise, being able to handle expectation. There's been a couple of times this season where I've thought he started games really poorly. And usually worked with loads of young players. Young players start the game poorly. They usually
And then we
fold, don't they?
done.
Usually,
Yeah.
and then he's turned into be the match winner or the best player on the pitch for the last 70. So it's like even wee things like that. I don't think anything affects
it's
him that
also
way.
a good
And he's his
pressure,
own
eh?
biggest critic as well. So see, they 20 minutes he'll come back and say, I was fucking horrendous first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But he's got man of the match and he scored 2 and he's won you the game. Do you know what I mean?
So what is his next step then? Because if you go to England, it's a massive jump to go
yeah,
and
it's
play
big.
regular in England.
Aye.
You know. So what is his next step?
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go abroad.
Italy, maybe?
I just
Follow
think,
the
look
same
how
way.
many
I think that's a
boys that are
market.
doing it now.
Eh?
and
That's a
they do
market.
it
A
well.
lot of players are going there and exploring. But why does it take Scottish players to jump into that market?
No, aye.
Like for me,
Yeah. I'm going to call this out and I'll get caned for it. I think Serie A is a myth, mate.
Yeah, I think it's a myth.
Che Adams just scored fucking 4 goals in 4, mate. If he can score 4 goals in Serie A, mate, it's a myth.
if he could,
Right, Dundee as well. Tony Dock bounced back. They've had a bad spell, but great victory for Dundee, wasn't it?
He needed that, didn't he?
nah, you are probably better. I don't really take too much to do with the Premier
No, I
League.
think he needed that.
Yeah.
I think the players needed it as well because like last season, obviously they were so good. Probably the first time they faced a bit of adversity in terms of results and performances. So it was a massive one for them. Massive.
Cameron's another one that could go as well in the summer.
It's
Really
class,
good
man.
guy. Really
Always
good
liked
player.
him.
Again,
Yeah.
what is he? Still in the Scotland 21s?
Yeah.
21-year-old, 20?
Still
Yeah.
Scotland 21s. And I think he was massive in the year they got promoted to the from the champ as well. He was a big player for them.
Technically good, man.
Clever
Aye.
player as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes up good positions. He's one of them. It's
Were you up against him directly?
He was the other side, but again, you can still see with the positions he takes up in the pitch. It's
We're
always
meant to be the
difficult,
same
I think,
side.
He switched.
yeah.
What's the wee Igor? Is it Igor? What's the other wee midfielder's name?
No, it was a young boy, Finlay Roberts. So they played the other young boy.
He's
Finlay
Finlay
Roberts.
Roberts. How you
Finlay
put his
Roberts.
helmet? It's
No,
got legs like
that's
that,
all
isn't
right
it?
as well. They've got Josh Mulligan's wee boy Max Anderson still there.
Yeah,
They've
I don't know
got
if
a
he's still
code.
He's gone on loan, I
Players
think.
as
And that's
well.
it now. Yeah, he's
He's
gone
away.
somewhere. Yeah.
I had
Down
it
in
done.
England.
Right, top of the table clash, Celtic and Aberdeen. What a comeback for Aberdeen. Did you see that coming when you seen 2-0 at half time?
No.
No.
Nicky said he just said to them like, listen, you've won 7 out of 7. You're up the top for a reason. Like there's a reason that everyone expects us to come to this game and compete. And he said if you go and do that in the second half, you don't know what could happen. And obviously they go out and get the draw. And Nicky Devlin sends me his normal selfie because I tipped Aberdeen to be bottom 6. So see, every time they win,
I think it was a statement of intent, Marv.
Yeah.
He's put 2 strikers on. You know, sometimes when you go to the Parkhead or Ibrox, you're 2-0 down at half time, it's damn limitation.
Yeah.
Take a striker off and put another midfield player on or something. He's went the opposite.
How many times you been there at Parkhead, Ibrox, 0-0, 1-0, and you're like, right, we'll go for the second half, and you're sitting there at the end
It's
of
the
half
first 10 minutes,
5-0 down. Straight to kick off, it's like 1-0, you're like, Cheers.
Striker back half, midfielder,
Cheers.
back on.
Stick in there, lads.
Keep them quiet for the next
Who
10
was
minutes. You're
Mark
3-0
we
down.
played, remember Defoe scored an absolute worldie.
Oh, against
I
Guthrie.
remember.
I love that goal,
We
man.
were
Tav
4-0
plays the
down
ball
in
in the
about
top.
20 minutes, and I'm looking on the park. None of them, Marv, Big Guthrie, all looking away. Everybody's looking away.
He did Guffers, man.
It could have been anything, eh?
That was a milestone goal. I'm so glad you brought that up because Guthrie hates it. I send it to him all the time. I can't remember how many goals it was for Defoe, but he hit a milestone,
I
didn't
remember
he?
he half volleys it with his left
Oh,
foot.
mate,
didn't he?
brilliant.
Yeah.
It's a
Is it
dive.
it's
Tav
brilliant.
just plays the ball around, you think anybody else is taking a touch, bang.
To be fair, if Guffers was faster, they probably defended it better.
Guffers.
Because he couldn't move, man.
Big.
I took Hamilton to Ibrox.
It was a game we beat
Aye.
Celtic here.
You beat
Remember
Celtic
Shin
here at
scored
12
1-0?
o'clock.
Yeah.
And if Rangers won, they went top of the league for the first time in a while. And when we got there at 1:30,
I remember
you think
thinking
they'd won the league. The noise was incredible. 23 minutes, nothing each, brilliant. 27 minutes, 4-0.
4-0.
Aye, but we got to half time at 4-0. We done
you
all right. 59 minutes, 8-0. I look round at Stevie. Stevie's like that. Mickey Beale sitting shouting, go for Mayor, score Mayor. And I'm like, fucking score Mayor. 8-0 we get beat.
I remember folk phoning me after that game because they were on watching the Celtic Livingston game
Yeah.
for the hospitality. The place was absolutely bouncing, eh? Were you playing the game?
Yeah. We won here, yeah.
Were you?
I can mind, I looked at the scoreboard, 8-0, 59. Oh, I wish I was dyslexic and that was 95.
How many times you go away there and you think, clock's no move? Eh?
Imagine being on the pitch then. Fucking
Oh, mate,
hell.
I got beat 6 at Celtic Park. It was the longest fucking. I was like 3 weeks on the. I felt like 3 weeks on the pitch, mate.
But it stops at 90 all the time. It's just soon it gets to 90, it doesn't go to 91, 92,
99
it's
for your
90. And you're like, how long are we playing?
I don't know if have you seen the stats of the second half?
Yeah,
11%.
16%.
Was it 16?
16% possession in the second
16%.
half. So, again, although they've went two up front, they've probably sacrificed more possession, haven't they?
Yeah.
But
I think they got
keeping
more
that bit
legs
better
up top, didn't they? And that opened up. And I think, I don't think Greg Taylor's appreciated enough for Celtic and Carter Vickers. Steve Carter Vickers is playing. That's a
Oh, Carter
different
Vickers
game.
for
I'm
me is
telling
a big
you,
one.
he strolls it, and I swear to God, see Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor's phenomenal for Celtic on the ball. Phenomenal.
When he come inside the pitch.
I'm telling you, he's
Brilliant,
brilliant
man.
at it.
He is.
And I think when he's not playing, he can see
Aberdeen's first goal's unbelievable.
How good's the
as well.
pass in McGrath?
Oh,
Aye, brilliant.
mate.
What a pass.
By the way, and the pass for the boy Nielsen.
Mate,
to weak
mate, he
foot.
loves it.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
weak foot round the corner, dink it, and I sent him his head. But then McGrath,
Pass is
Unbelievable, aye.
But that's where the manager's been good at it. Obviously, he's getting result, but he's making players better as well. Like McGrath's playing his best football, McKenzie at left back, Devlin at right back.
Yeah.
Agreed.
He's made them all better, hasn't
he
he?
said that to me last week. Like some of the boys last year, you're thinking maybe I need it. you're now talking about how strong they are, strength and
Yeah,
depth.
yeah.
Because
Two
he's
Aberdeen
made-
fullbacks in the Scotland squad last week.
Brilliant.
Devlin and Neil McKenzie, you know. Fantastic.
True.
How buzzing were you for Nicky when you seen he got called up to Scotland? Speak to him.
You speak to him quite
Yeah,
a bit. I
yeah.
still speak to Nicky, but probably
Yeah.
not as much as you.
No, I was buzzing for him. It's class, man. He was like, it's mad. He's just so excited. Like, was he 30 now, Nicky?
Aye, fair.
And just like, honestly, he couldn't believe it. And to be fair, there was a spell. I can't remember. There must
There
have
was
been
a wee
couple,
spell with us. You were
Yeah, you're thinking
eh?
he should be in and
But
around it.
You're looking at Hickey.
Well,
and
as in,
Patterson
sorry, are
and
you
people
saying
like that.
there was a spell here where you thought maybe he wasn't good enough for here?
No, where he should have been like
to
in
get
the
in the
squad. I've
squad,
seen
sorry.
a couple of.
No, he's told
No,
that.
I
hasn't he?
don't-
He's trying to get Nicky doped already. Is that why he's slaying his question? That's his mate.
Did you always feel though when he was here that he's got that next level or two?
I didn't know he had
That
the consistency to do what he's doing now. Like sometimes you see it here, he'd be absolutely brilliant, but to do what he's done, he's gone on like
On the
definitely another level
consistency
too.
of
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so. I think, and then when you're playing at a bigger club, I think it's you can play your game more if that makes sense. Like he's way to Aberdeen, they've kind of turned the corner a wee bit, and you're now seeing Nicky's attributes offensively are brilliant.
Oh, he's fucking
He done
rapid, man.
really well for us.
Yeah.
Good defender, but on the ball he's a lot better than what people gave him credit for. They come up with a big goal last week for
Aye,
Aberdeen.
scored
Getting
last
on
week,
Hearts,
yeah,
a few goals.
the Hearts
Yeah.
goal.
do you feel as if you haven't really had enough credit for the likes of Devlin, Halkett, McCrory,
Dykes.
Dykes, like these boys that have actually been at Livi and then got into the Scotland setup,
think
where
we were-
beforehand they weren't
We were
obviously
talking
anywhere
about
that
it.
level.
We were in the Premier League for 6 years, and during that 6 year period, there's 6 boys been involved in Scotland. Not necessarily when they've been with Livingston, but 6 boys that have went on and kicked on with a career. Liam Kelly, Robbie McCrory, Craig Halkett, Lyndon Dykes. Wait there, I check who else I've got. I forgot a
Declan
couple
Gallagher.
of Nicky, big decade.
Yeah.
So I think that for a club our size, I think that shows you how well the club's actually done, because I don't think there'll be many clubs outside, and even Old Firm are
Yeah.
probably not the same with the numbers.
Well, why do you think it is? What do you think you give to
Opportunity.
these sort of opportunity? Huh?
I think everything comes from opportunity. We were speaking about, who was the boy we had in for the SFA chipper? Remember the boy came in last year and we were
Andy Gold.
Andy Gold, and they were doing a kind of
Yeah,
looking
I
at a
remember
blueprint and stuff like that. And I think everything comes back down to opportunity. You look at the Scottish champ, you could go through the Scottish champ, how many good young Scottish midfielders are playing football. There's maybe 2 or 3 in the Scottish Prem, and we've named them Lyle, Lennon Miller, David Watson.
Yeah.
But you go through the Scottish champ, and you probably had seen it in League One,
Yeah.
even with the Scottish players. There's a lot of good Scottish players, but the opportunities maybe not there for them to progress to the Premier League.
Did you think like Aberdeen, Hibs, Hearts should be looking at players in the Championship now?
We took Penrice for League One. We were in the Premier League and we took Penrice, who wasn't playing at Partick Thistle, for League One, just as an example. As a jump maybe a wee bit much from there to there, maybe, but then the opportunity. See if you had a bigger Premier League, for talking sake, that opportunity would be there for these players to play against guys like yourself, Andy, better opposition week in, week out. So the opportunity would be there.
So would you make it a 16-team league?
I would probably go 18 to be honest.
18, right?
I've said that for a long time. I'd like to see a restructure of the
We voted for it during COVID. I sat in most of the calls during COVID with the chief execs, chairmen of all our clubs, and we were all for everybody getting promoted and nobody getting relegated. That at least took you to 14 at that point. It was a great opportunity to increase the league size. Do we really need 4 leagues in Scotland? And I think you could probably say 5 leagues now with the Lowland League. How competitive is that?
It is, it's a tough league.
Like,
mate,
look at the players that are in it.
Yeah.
It's a good level.
Look at the money that's in it.
I'm doing it for free, mate. I'm doing it for free, mate. I'm not.
They
I'm
do.
already thinking of my pension in a few years ago. Still right.
Has there been players in the past that have knocked you back?
He's going for boys at Anderlecht and all that.
Robbie Ewer.
You heard that one?
Trying to sign Robbie Ewer. Phoned these agents, said, seen the boy Robbie Ewer's not got a club, would he come into East Kilbride? He's like, he's fucking just signed for Anderlecht. I'm trying to sign him for East Kilbride.
Crazy.
Is there any players that have knocked you back recently that you're a bit pissed off with?
No, more so last year. January. That was January. I'd have knocked me back in January.
That knocked me back.
It was an easy decision after they said that they were phoning me to shopping in Primark for me the next day.
try to people understand. See, last year was I thought the gap between ourselves, and let's use a Motherwell, right? It's not necessarily just a Motherwell. The gap between us and Motherwell was maybe, I don't know, 200-300 grand in previous seasons. It suddenly the gap, we were getting lower and other clubs were climbing because of guys like yous. See the ripple effect for the lower league, that's having an impact higher up the leagues because boys are wanting more money. And I thought the budgets in the Premier League for the teams nearer the bottom got bigger, and it was harder to try and attract the level of player you needed. I ended up having to try and fish into markets with Andy. You know what I mean?
Did he want a lot of dough, mate?
Andy, he was. So he wanted to play. I couldn't guarantee him the game time.
True, that was that. I had to go somewhere I wanted to play.
Was that pulling the old heartstrings back at Livi where it all started? I couldn't get a fuck. Fucking hell, cheers, Andy.
See, because your budget was a lot less, David, you find you need to like change your style of football because of that? Do you need to be more defensive?
I think the games become probably more risk averse, and that's where I'll go back to opportunities. I thought like pundits sitting talking about dead rubber games. They talk a lot of rubbish. Dead rubber games are chances for you to go and try and express, change your shape, change your system, integrate some of the academy players into the team. Every game in the Premier League, you're there. How hard's it?
Aye.
Every single game. So the chances of Motherwell being relegated, I'll use Motherwell because Andy's sitting there, there's probably 5-6 teams who shouldn't be getting relegated every year for the Premier League. Agreed?
Yeah.
Right, so then there's 5-6 teams that are all fighting for relegation. There's 2 teams potentially get relegated.
Which bracket are Hibs in?
Well, they're the 2 anomalies, but aren't they? Hearts and Hibs, but we all keep saying Hearts. It's been pretty normal, by the way. There's a partner mares over the years for. But there's probably 5-6 clubs every year. 6 clubs are fighting relegation. You try to tell me that allows you to go out there and put your style of play into it, bring academy players through, give the opportunity to players to kind of go and develop and progress at a good level. They get that in the champ, I feel. But you look at the teams in the championship, we played the Falkirk game. That was a Premier League standard, I felt.
The game itself.
The game itself.
Everything about the game.
The tempo, the intensity, everything.
Quality.
How you feel, just another hot topic for our season, how are you feeling back in the Nova being in the championship?
Do you know what? It's refreshing when you score. Seeing you score a goal, you can celebrate, you know it's in. You look at the line, the flag's not there, you've scored. That was the one biggest bugbear on how long the decisions were taking. I don't know if it's still like that in the Prem in terms of the decision making.
Feels as if it's got a wee bit better, but still for me can get better, for sure. But I think it's just accepting that human error, isn't it? I feel as if when I watch championship games, I feel like the games are actually more intense in the SPL. And I only really put that down to VAR because it's not really the way the game's going. I just think it's a stop-start nature.
You're maybe right there. I've felt some of the games in the champ have been a higher tempo than maybe games we've had in previous seasons, being in the Premier League.
Just quickly in Aberdeen, can they sustain this? Are they genuine title challengers?
I don't think they're title challengers, if I'm honest, but I think there's a definite competition there for second.
Do you think they could finish ahead of Rangers now, after seeing Rangers on Sunday?
Well, they're 6 points ahead of Rangers now, and they play Rangers at Pittodie in a couple of weeks. And if you're being honest, who would you fancy to win that game right now?
Aberdeen.
You'd say?
I wouldn't even say just because Rangers lost. I think because Aberdeen came back. I think they're taking care of their own business rather than relying on anyone else.
I'd be interested to know the last time a team came down for 2-0 down at Celtic Park.
I can't even remember.
Inverness, I think.
Inverness.
We went Scottish Cup chipper.
No, we just beat them.
Yeah. Scottish Cup chipper, we win it, was it 2-1 or 1-0, 1 each? Remember the Scottish Cup game last year?
Aye.
2 each, 89 minutes, beat 4-2.
Beat 4-2.
Was Maeda scored the second. Was it Teddy Yengi scored?
Teddy scored.
He was good, wasn't he? We liked him, didn't we?
I was in top goal when that game was on.
But
I remember you was going 2-1 up. I was jumping about top goal. Let me 2-1 up.
He fucking
4-2, 5 minutes later.
Did he sing for Motherwell?
He's a Livi man that day.
Nothing to do with Livi. I've got to go this year.
I'm only kidding.
So does Nicky Devlin send you a Snapchat every time they win a game?
Like a selfie on like WhatsApp.
What's the 15 photos of Nicky Devlin?
Honestly, man, every single time. And he's like, how'd you like them apples when they came back the other day?
So when did you tip them to go down right at the start of the season?
Basically, on I was doing something there, like say something that like something bizarre, and I was like, oh, Aberdeen. The way they clipped it, they didn't put the question in.
Right.
They said, oh, this is the thoughts, and then put that out. then Nicky's been messaging me ever since. But no, it's brilliant for him. Listen, I'll take those pictures to the end of the season. I hope they finish
But
second.
see, if you look at Aberdeen over the previous seasons, they've generally been in the bottom 6 at Christmas.
Yeah.
But everybody goes, that's a shot.
Yeah. And then they turn it around, yeah. And now it's started
See, you
well.
talk to you as like guys that obviously coached and managed, and you talk about guys coming in, new squad, new players. Fleet Clement obviously a month ago says that you only see Rangers at their best around October, November. But then Jimmy
Or
Telling
December,
comes
or
in.
January, or February.
And then Jimmy Telling comes in, 100% record, goes to Celtic Park. Do you think it is a lot easier, or do you think it is actually really difficult to implement a style of play with new players as soon as possible?
I think Aberdeen, they've always had that core group. Now, they've signed quite well, I think, also, but they've had a core group of good players, and Jimmy's getting the best out of them.
Yeah.
So I think they've always had that potential within the building, whereas it's harder at Old Firm, let's be honest.
Do you think the League Cup helps as well? See, playing the
Having
4
those
games
games.
at the
You're
start
playing
of
East
the
Kilbride,
season.
there's a...
Well, that's what. But listen, 4 games at the start of the season
I
that
think it's
you're
all down to
heavy
the
favourite
coach,
to win.
Andy. Look at Ange at Spurs.
Yeah.
He went in at Spurs.
Straight away.
Was he there straight away? He said this reaction, this is how we're going to play. And it's took off. I think it's the coach. You know, I don't think it's...
I look at Rangers though, I think Rangers can get beaten up, and I don't think Aberdeen can. Like,
Yeah.
see, like the Kilmarnock game, like I didn't expect Rangers to blow them away. I expected it to be a dogfight and Vassell to do what he did, and all around the pitch, Kilmarnock to get close to them. I think do it against Aberdeen, they got players like you said that can deal with that.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
ready to stand up to
Physicality,
it.
innit?
Like
Yeah.
Shinnie, and they know the
Nelson.
game, eh?
Yeah, even the boys they
know
brought
the
in,
game.
they're fucking
But
some size.
Do you know, I think that's where Scottish football's underappreciated?
Oh, 100%.
That Rangers recruitment, and just use that
Yeah,
recruitment, like whereas Aberdeen have got a core. You use Nicky Devlin, Rubovic for last year, Shinnie. They've got a core that know the league, they know the league, and they know how to get results.
Again, I think this is a good question for you as well. Celtic have obviously been criticised for how they're playing away from home in Europe. In your opinion, should they change going into this Atalanta game on Tuesday? Do they need to be a wee bit more defensive, like you said? No, the budget that Atalanta have got. Do you need to change?
They've got to. I think they've got to. I think everybody spoke about it. You know, and they've took a lot of beatings, big beatings over the years. So you've got to learn sometime. You know, if they go again and get another hiding, then the questions have got to be asked again, Brendan.
Yeah.
But you know, Celtic are Celtic. They've always done it, haven't they?
I think
They've always
that's hard,
attacked.
Chipper. Like, I enjoyed Ange never changed, and I love watching Celtic in Europe. Aye, the results weren't there. I think it's hard looking at us even last year. You're coming in, you're coaching a certain style for a game, and then you're Aberdeen away, Hibs away, Rangers at home, Celtic away. It's a totally different style.
No.
This year,
Yeah.
what have we focused on?
Just
This is how
ourselves.
we're going to play. I couldn't really care about the opposition. We're going to play like this. So I think it's hard chopping and changing.
See, if you got back in the
Your
SPL,
system.
Davey, next year, would you go with that same philosophy, or would you change back
I
to...
think it's difficult. I think the ability levels is difficult. How can you go and go toe for toe with Celtic? I see some tweets. It's impossible,
Yeah,
man.
you can't.
It's impossible. Budgets dictate. Look at all over world football, all over the world. Man City, who were they before the money came in? Newcastle, Chelsea before Abramovich. Money dictates. Coaches will make,
Yeah, players, but you can't.
money dictates the levels. You'll see it, you'll feel it.
But outside of Celtic and Rangers then, do you think like Hearts and Hibs are good enough that you kind of go in there and implement your
I
style?
don't know. If I was at a Hearts or Hibs, I'd be implementing how I wanted to play.
Yeah.
I think they've got a budget that's better than most and closer to Old Firm than the rest.
Yeah.
But your target's then third, isn't it?
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
target's third.
But can
Okay,
you
these
get
clubs.
second?
maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
You're also in your own wee mini league,
Yeah.
aren't you, when
Yeah,
you're-
exactly, yeah.
you've been there. We've beat Celtic. We beat Rangers
Yeah.
in leagues.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a Hearts and a Hibs and Aberdeen over the years haven't. But we went and done it.
Again, like you mentioned earlier about Cameron Carter-Vickers, I think that him missing affects how you want to play,
Yes.
because I just think how good he
In
is at
terms of your
defending the halfway
defensive
line,
line.
Yeah.
your defensive
He
line.
just
aye.
locks on.
So
Just locks on.
I think even that maybe
Gives
makes
the
you
other team
because-
confidence as well when he's not playing. 100%.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
can get at the
But
whoever else
who's the
is
boy
playing.
at Spurs? It's Rapid.
Van der Ven.
Van
Oh,
der Ven.
my
Look, when
God.
he got injured.
How did Holland concede a goal, by the way? With Van der Ven and Van
Van
Dijk
Dijk at the back.
How did you
Ake
ever
as well.
concede a
I
goal?
feel they just get bored though and let team score every so often.
Switch
man.
off.
He is rapid.
Switch
yeah,
off.
yeah. Just switch off.
Right, we'll go on to Rangers, lads. I was wanting to ask you this. Has it got to stage now, is it the players or is it the manager? Because yesterday they're saying players are not good enough. Chris Boyd's saying the players are good enough. It's the manager that's not good enough. Where do you stand?
The players need to show that they're good enough then, like consistently. I'm not being funny. Rangers, outside of playing Celtic, anyone should be able to put them on the pitch, and you have those players, like Dave's talking about the budget and what they're paid, they should be able to go and perform, and they didn't. Yesterday they were poor. Really poor.
If Rangers
Is
spend
that doing it to set up, Marv? Because it looks to me like there's no setup.
But exactly. So they've been put in a formation with good players there. So on the pitch, take accountability for it. Go and do it. Go and do it.
Andy, you'll know this one. Has Rangers spent 17 million this summer?
I think, is that including Cortez with a loan
think
obligation?
so. 17 million
It
pound.
probably will be about that.
17 million pound.
I think I read 45 million in the last something 5 or 6 windows or something.
But what I will say is there's maybe no so much a problem as upstairs as some people are suggesting if you're getting 17 million pound to spend. 17 million pound keep us in the league for 17 years.
The only issue is that 45 million they probably only brought in about 19, which tells you that the ones that they're signing, you're not getting that selling value and you're not making them better to then sell them.
That's definitely been a problem. But then the constant turnaround, that's a struggle, isn't it?
Aye. Again, there's not just one person to blame. I think the way the club's, obviously no director, no CEO, that is no great. The stadium situation, the manager, the players, but again, I just think with modern day football just now, I think every manager's tactical, every team's tactical. They've got a setup, they've got an organisation. So a big part of modern day football now is you've got to be good in your 1v1s. Like if you got somebody that in a 1v1 situation can create a chance. Yeah, I say this all the time, but Rangers, I think they're quite predictable. I don't think they've got a standout 1v1 player that can go and beat somebody and create a chance out of nothing. And again, I talk about it all the time. I think in certain games, I think they lack that athleticism. And I think KILLIE, I thought it looked easy for KILLIE yesterday. Again, out with Dessers hitting the bar at the start of the second half, did Rangers create a chance? I can't really remember another one off the top of my head.
Wrong decisions they weren't in the final third because Jesse got in a few times down the left and he's trying to like then cut back and take people. Just cross the ball.
I know.
Like,
but
it's as a manager, you can work all you want, but you got to
see accountability though, Marv.
Yeah.
Jeffy's the only one that got pass marks for me yesterday because he was just the energy to try and make something happen. Like try and make an impact on the game.
I think you're taking a wee bit Fidel as well because you look at Celtic over the years, Rangers over just use the last couple of seasons. Kilmarnock, it's a hard fixture. Dale's one of the best at doing that at home. That's a hard game of football. So we're sitting there looking at Rangers, but I think you've got to give a bit of credit at that side as well.
But can you look at Philip Kilmarnock and say you know how his team plays?
No,
Has he got a style?
I don't think
a year into the job,
But they've obviously got a game plan they've got there to enforce. But then it comes down to decision making. Players have got to take responsibility on the pitch. If something's not working, then the experienced players in that group should be getting together, to find a way to win. You're at Rangers. You need to win. Find a way. You've got to take responsibility. Can't all fall on the gaffer.
I thought they were very, again, kind of symptomatic of what we spoke about at times. I thought they were very direct yesterday, and again, being that direct against a KILLIE at Rugby Park.
Who want you to be direct. Who'll go and lock on, who'll go man for you to be direct.
I think it goes down to what you said there, Andy. There isn't a Ryan Kent there getting at you.
Aye.
They've not got boys 1-on-1 wide areas.
Well, how many times, right, I'll use you as an example. How many times have you took a team, right, and thought organisation set-up-wise you were brilliant, but it just took Jota taking it by your full-back and scoring a goal?
How many times Tav, free kick, top bin, you're like, my God.
He did that here, didn't he?
Do you know what I mean? Scotty Arfield's runs.
Yeah.
But you talk about 1v1s more than that. 1v1s have been there throughout football, and you're right. 1v1s are so important. I don't know if they're there. But Andy was saying in modern day, 1940. Chipper played with Brian Clough. But you're saying in modern day football, we speak about this all the time. It was still there. It's just now everybody speaks about it. Social media has made it available to everyone. But if they got the players that you really look at, like I'm going up against Celtic, Jota, Maeda. How do we stop him? I'm not sure Rangers have got that fear factor. Even Hibs with Boyle, Johan.
They got that pace about him,
I like what I've seen for the boy Bajrami.
I think
he's a number 10. He's playing wide left, so when he's getting the boys naturally want to drift inside the pitch where it's compact. Again,
we shouldn't be talking about all firm here.
But do you think Celtic wingers get more opportunities for 1v1s because they've got a style like their wingers more often?
I know, but that's because they've got the players that suit that style of play. Rangers,
but surely Clement should be buying players to fit that style.
But that's if he wants to play with that style. I don't think he does. But are you telling me Clement's a 1v1 wide areas and pace?
See if he's not got a style, is that ever going to be Celtic?
I don't know. He's got a style. It's obviously no the style that we're looking at in a 4-3-3 formation with wide players, wide areas and pace. That's what Celtic are. I think he's more about the overloads, inverted wingers coming in and combinations, rotations in the central areas. But we've had it this year. Central areas, teams are dropping into a 5-4-1. There's no space in the central areas. And as you say, then you're missing your 1v1s.
Surely Rangers should know they're going to come up against it and break
It's
it
a
down.
style of play.
And it's then it leads to cross balls heavy for me with Rangers. And then D's and Dabba, Finlay, they just
It's a bread and butter.
Funny, but St Johnstone went there and beat them 3-0. So we can say, it's Rangers. It doesn't matter. Those players should go out there and find a way. Because 1v1, they are better than the Kilmarnock players. So that means they're being outworked.
I'm not sure they are, Marv, some of them. I'm not sure.
That's an even bigger problem.
I'm not sure.
Right,
I'm just looking at it from a coach's point of view, coaching against Rangers this year. What would worry me? I'm not sure the worry's here.
Yeah.
In previous years, the worry's been, fucking his runs, Aribo, Kamara, Kent. Do you know what I mean? There's been a lot going against Celtic. You'd be even going against Falkirk.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Rangers, everything's in front of you.
But again, we talk about Jimmy Taylor and it's Clement made players there better.
I think past marks at the start of the season, I think Conor Barron's probably been the biggest one, isn't he? And again, you're talking about
I think he's struggling,
lack of
but
opportunities
and
for
yet he
Scottish
sells.
players.
Yeah.
So it's like Conor Barron coming for Aberdeen, where at the start of the season he wasn't a regular starter for Aberdeen, and he's been.
I think there was a lot of contract issues.
John Sutter's been really good this year.
Playing on the right side obviously suits him a lot more.
And being injury free maybe as well.
Yeah,
Getting
and
There's a
getting
lot
running
of new
games as
players.
well, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of new players coming in and having to adapt to Scottish football. We, honestly, we undersell ourselves how difficult the league is.
Yeah.
Look at the amount of good players that have come up over the years and failed in Scotland. There's a lot of them. This league's the Premier League, this league we're in the champion, but Premier League's a lot harder than people give it credit for.
Yeah.
I think as well, you add into the mix that Celtic have dropped points the day before, and you know it's a massive opportunity. And there wasn't that urgency, was it? It was flat for minute one. You could just
like a lack
tell
of
it's going to be a
confidence to
difficult
me.
game.
Watch them. They don't look confident in what they're doing.
Aye.
The players, you know, they're scared to make a mistake. You know, they're not scoring 4 and 5 goals every second week what they used to do. You know,
That's one away goal this season Rangers have scored.
The
lowest in the league.
I could not believe that.
incredible.
Lowest in the league, one away goal.
Somebody put it up.
Incredible, isn't it? They play Romanian side FCSB at Ibrox Thursday night. They need to win this to have a chance of qualifying for the group, don't they?
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
I think they need to
win
take
that.
advantage of the home fixtures. To be fair, what I will say is Europe has tend to be Rangers' best performances over the last
Do you
few
know, I
years.
think that comes down to then the style they play, the mid-block.
Aye, so again, a bit more space for the players to play. I
It's a more
thought Malmo's,
European style.
I think Malmo's probably been their best performance this season.
Because Malmo thought they could beat
saying.
Rangers, so like you said, the game was open. They came at them as well.
Yeah.
And obviously it's easier for them to then break down.
Aye.
I think they just need to get a win and get a good win and get the feel-good factor back a wee bit.
Do you think Ulman does that though?
They were on the back of 3 wins, so with the St Johnstone, they beat at home Dundee.
Aye, but
Johnson at time, like St
That was
Johnson should
a
have
big game yesterday.
I think
Yeah.
performance
Celtic
as well.
drawn.
Need a big performance
I
because
think
again,
it's missing,
Hibs was
yeah.
1-0 scraped through it. Hibs missed a penalty.
That's right.
The Dundee, the last league game before that was St Johnstone at home 2-0 wasn't a great game.
St Johnson should have scored. Kirk should have pulled
Aye.
it back. Remember,
Yeah,
he
pulled
shot.
it back.
And then that would have been a totally different game. Then Rangers go down to 10 men as well. If it had been 2-1, I don't think the
I
performance.
think
was
if
great.
you go and listen, we're talking as if I think we all think Celtic are going to win the league, but in terms of Rangers for their season, I think if they go to Petodi and win well, I think it maybe breeds that
I
confidence.
think that's a big ask,
confidence,
Andy.
sorry.
I think that's a big
That's
ask.
what they are.
Previous seasons had it's always been a difficult fixture. Always been a difficult fixture, but I think Aberdeen going to eight favourites.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Right, Marv, on to your old club, Hibs. What a sickening, mate. 2-1 up, obviously lose the game
Let's move on,
3-2.
mate.
Bottom of the league now. Are you worried about relegation for Hibs?
No, I think it's too early to be worried about relegation. I think there's players within there that means that they should stay up. But I'm worried about how they've been so far. The lack of points they've picked up, like say throwing away leads. That's a sickening of the Dundee United one at the weekend. Just 94th minute and 99th minute. And I worry about them going into the derby. Probably for the first time, I don't have any confidence in Hibs winning that game of football. And that's with Hearts. Is that worse?
What's that starting?
And they're ahead of Hibs.
2 things that I really worry about. I always worry about clubs. No got a goal scorer and the goalie, mate.
Yeah.
Hibs' goalie.
But they've said they got game changers at the top end. It's just not been clicking. But the defending at times has been alarming.
You can't keep
Absolutely
chopping and
alarming.
changing managers, but I don't care what anybody
No,
says. There's
but-
got to be a bit of continuity at clubs, no? There's got to be. You can't keep
So what Hibs manager we just said deserved a bit longer, Davy?
Jack.
Jack Ross.
Surprised Jack then. I don't know Sean Maloney, but he brought Sean Maloney in for a project and then sacked him after so many months. So where's the project?
What do you think Hibs though? Because we beat them here, Jack's last game. See when we actually played them?
I
Remember
just
Boyle
felt
missed the
Jack
penalty?
was a couple of windows away from being really competitive
But I felt playing that game that the players had given up.
on...
When we beat Hibs here, remember before Jack got sacked?
I think that's a modern day entitlement.
Yeah.
I don't think
felt
that's
that way.
necessarily...
No,
down to
not based
management.
on him, but I think the board probably looked at it and been like, what are these players doing? Because it just felt like they didn't want to fight us, they didn't want to do anything.
Do you not think it's tough for managers now? But I'm sitting here, that's right. You're asking them to go in and build a project. After 3 months, you might lose your job.
Yeah.
So your decision making is, I need to win now. Are you really bothered about academy players? Developing players?
If you need to win now,
How can you develop
care about any of
players? You need to win right now. So see if you give me 17 million quid, I'm maybe no buying Lennon Miller, who'll be outstanding for me in 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. I'm going and buying somebody that's played Serie A.
But then, David,
And
can I
4
put the
million
counter
quid.
onto that? Look at what Tilleen's done at Aberdeen, so it is possible that he just went in there and he's turned it around completely.
But I think if you look where Aberdeen was, they've got that bounce from being at the bottom. Aberdeen weren't great, remember, when he's went in, but there's been a core group of players. Tell me Shinnie's a bad player.
No, 100%.
So I think he's went in there, not a bad group, I don't mean that, a group that was underperforming and he's made them, they're performing now.
I think that's like, for me, that's kind of similar to, I think, the Hearts job now.
Yes.
Even though the bottom
Great
league
job
was
for
an
somebody.
easy job.
No,
great job.
Great
Easy
squad.
job's hard, right? But
Great.
The squad's
I
very
think what
good.
a job somebody's
Yes.
got there that you can't fail. Again,
Yeah.
can't fail's the
I
wrong
get
word,
what you're
but you
meaning,
know what I
because
mean.
I would say the same. I would say the same.
Hibs
Yeah.
shouldn't be last, man.
No.
The money they've spent and what people...
See, the thing is as well, Marv, you know what it's
like.
like there's, I think there's defeats that can really affect you psychologically, and
Yeah.
conceding the 94th and the 99th minute,
They're hard.
it's like that's,
What is
they're
he-
really
what
hard
is
to
the
bounce
goalie
back
doing?
from.
What is he? Why is he
No
going to punch
idea.
that ball? His centre half's going to head of the ball.
And he punches the centre half. And then the ball just drops and then the guy, I'm like, what are you actually doing?
Weird boy Shamal had a release clause, 5-figure release clause, Shamal George. And I couldn't believe nobody in the Premier League came and took him. His stats showed he was, at that point, a mid-level Premier League keeper. And you go and try and... The recruitment doesn't need to be as clever as what people try and make it.
Sometimes staring you in the face.
It's like, that's what, do you know, I think we're like that in Scottish football. But go elsewhere. There's good players in
The
Scotland.
crazy thing, I think Hearts did that. See, Hearts'
Yes.
recruitment over the summer, I thought they had done the best, like in terms of outside of the top two.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not spending
I
that
would
money.
agree with that.
Like Dander and Spittle, and then they were last with Naismith.
Yeah.
It's
Penrith.
crazy. Yeah, Penners.
But
Like,
they've got a really strong squad, eh?
yeah.
Really
I think,
strong
I think
squad.
I'd put a lot of faith in Hearts will still
So would
finish
I.
top four.
So would I.
Majanda,
Aye.
What about Hibs?
Again, I said top six at the start of the season, didn't I? And I wouldn't put faith in them being top four. Don't
What
get me
made you
wrong,
say
but
that,
I
Andy, with the top six shout?
with Hibs,
Hibs.
again, kind of similar to what we're saying about Hearts now, but no strong feelings. But I do think there's good players at Hibs, and I thought they were. I looked at last year and I thought, see if they just be a bit harder
Kick on from
defensively
there.
for a start,
Yeah.
and stop conceding the
Think
goals
it-
they concede.
I think you've nailed it there. I think Hibs going forward, I've got goals in them. I think they've got good options. They've brought in a new goalkeeper, 2 new centre halves.
Yeah.
No, the heart of their defence, and it's maybe taking a wee bit of time to settle. You know, I think defensively they need to be better, obviously, but they've got goals in them.
But
No,
what-
they
They've
do.
got goals in
But
them.
I-
Would
the
you
most
look at Hibs and you
important-
know how they play, Andy? Again, is it another one? How are Hibs playing under David Gray?
Well, against us, it was 4-4-2. Wingers were high and wide, but they've been 4-3-3 for the most part,
4-3-3,
4-2-3-1, haven't they?
Yeah.
But again, like in that game, I was looking at Hoylett and thinking, like he was very, very good. They've
He's
still
been
got
their best
Boyle to
player.
come back. Do you know what I mean? So I think they've got good players there.
Johan, Quan's
the,
in the
the boy
middle.
Max Critchley, what was he?
Yeah,
He was
the other-
excellent in his first spell. So
Right,
him
right,
coming
right.
back, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But for me, I think your goalie is the most important position in your team. I think if you've not got confidence in your goalie, I think that just
They don't defend well. Look at the goals they
etches across the
conceded.
back four.
I
and
think the
everywhere in
same
front of you.
goals all the time. St Mirren, flipping some of the Dundee
How long
United
do you go
ones.
back there? Because Hanlon and Stevenson used to get to blame.
Yeah,
That's who used to get to blame. Rocky got to blame.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the boys that have came in, they just think Scottish football's going to be easy. Again, I'll go back to it, it's a lot harder than people
Surely when
give
you're
it
getting a
credit
tannin
for.
by strikers at some point, you'll be like, do you know what? I'm going to have to show that I'm a better player.
Do you not think Hibs have got that wee bit about them as well, where we're talking about Celtic in Europe? I think Hibs domestically are a bit like that, where they almost never want to be that wee bit harder to beat,
But they should
and
be,
be
I
a
think.
bit more pragmatic at times.
I don't think they have the players to do it. I think Hibs, again, we're talking about teams that can't deal with physicality. When I watch Hibs, see if it goes into that sort of game, I have no confidence in them.
See, after you not being funny, you were probably then
Mark Milligan as well.
They got Milligan, then they got Gogic. And
Yeah.
they tried to do it. I think Jack signed Gogic. Mariah Welsh does it. Triantis does it a wee bit.
Yeah, he
Do
just
you know
gets
what I
booked
mean?
all the time. As soon as he's booked, he's in trouble, and that's why he gets suspended.
For the few red
And he's only
cards as
21 as well.
Yeah. What about the Hearts appointment? A lot of the fans were underwhelmed. What did you think it?
That was bizarre, the reaction that he got.
Wasn't it?
And I didn't understand it at all. And I know, listen, people saying, at Blackpool, the second spell wasn't that great and he didn't last that long at QPR. First spell at Blackpool is brilliant. Gerrard took him into Aston Villa to be assistant. There's a reason that he did that. Like, he's obviously did stuff with England and Liverpool. Like, he's a good coach. He is a good coach. Yes, he didn't work at Blackpool. Doesn't mean he's a bad coach, but the reaction was poor. And I'm so, listen, being the Hibs man, it hurts me to say, but I was so happy they won at the weekend and won well, because then all of a sudden, football's so fickle. Now,
He's the
all of a
best
sudden
thing
he's
ever.
brilliant. You're like, come on, like, get
What
the
did you
guy
make
a
of the
chance.
analytical thing, the way that they've hired them through
I think
analytics?
it's where football's going. I've been speaking. We use a lot of data here. I think that's where football's going. It's now data before eyes. Used to be eyes before data.
I'm going to hack into it so I come out top.
You need to hack into it.
So then the striker, like, that's Marv.
Who's edited Marv stats? 16 goals after.
Scored one at Tynecastle.
Stats can cover a lot of things. A lot of deficiencies as well.
It's new worldwide, so the data puts you on the radar,
Yeah.
and then the eyes come on it. Now, you'll never do it data over eyes. It's always eyes over data, but it's data first.
So, see, obviously you said recruitment this year. What did you base it on? Did you go with data, or was it just
I
players?
think changed slightly in terms of who we were recruiting. If you look at who we've recruited, we've probably recruited a more of a core bunch of Scottish players that have new the leagues, that don't need there's reasons why they don't need accommodation, they don't need work permits. So a lot of it, some of that's finance based, but we've probably got more of a Scottish based group now than what we've had in previous seasons, because previous seasons I've been trying to be clever, because you've got to try and bridge that gap somehow.
Yeah.
So you're looking all over Europe for players, and they adapt. I've seen it, Marv, you've seen it here. You bring good players in for other leagues and they struggle. They struggle to play with the intensity of the Scottish football.
You look at Dundee United last year, won the championship. How many non-Scottish players did they have in their team? Very, very few. Boys that know the league,
And then now,
get used to it.
look at it now,
you know.
but look at it now, they've went and recruited.
They've had to recruit
2 or 3.
differently. You know, it's completely different. I think this league, the championship that we're looking at, you know, the boys have got to know the league. They've got to know who they're playing against.
But again, with the boy with Critchley, obviously it comes from Tony Bloom with his investment, and look,
They've done
look
well.
what
And
Brighton have done with her.
that's us all assuming it was all data based. I know the media is saying it's data based and this and that. That's assuming what we're actually getting fed is 100% correct. Because if it was all data based, these probably last 2 spells, his data isn't great.
Well, that's what I didn't get.
So-
if it was that, but listen,
Do you know what I mean?
Someone's
But-
giving you 10 million, you're going to hire this.
They play Cypriot team Ammonia on Thursday night. Can you see another victory for Hearts?
Yeah, I think that game takes care of itself. At Tynecastle as well.
Be a good atmosphere, won't it?
Oh, the place will be buzzing now. Like you said, and going into the derby as well. I think it's important that they just win that game, and then obviously sets them up for Sunday.
It's a huge club, eh?
Yeah.
Great club,
Brilliant
great
club.
atmosphere. I love going to games at Hearts. It's
Best
brilliant.
stadium in the league for me to play it.
For the atmosphere.
I think
Right
so.
on top of
Is
you,
it?
the fans are.
I think Tynecastle's the best.
Do you get a good reception when you go back there now?
Not been back.
Have you not?
No. We played them at Fir Park.
You'd be alright, no?
Yeah, I think you'll be.
I don't think so.
I think you would.
2 goals in the derby gets you that.
Saying that, I don't get a great reception in many places. To be honest. I'm not holding my breath, that's for sure.
I know
You
one
won't get a great
stadium
one at
you
Easter
fucking
Road
do.
next time. Let's go to Easter
Thoughts on the
Road.
derby? Thoughts on the derby this weekend? Can you only see a Hearts one?
Which again, it just shows you how quickly it
What you want me to
changes,
say
doesn't
for
it?
you?
Turn
Marv's
that-
not, is it?
No,
You've got to
I've got
go
no-
on
yeah,
form, no?
But again, see for me, Davey, see even regardless of form, I would always fancy Hearts over Hibs in the derby. Generally, I would.
Is it at Tynecastle?
no,
Aye.
Easter Road.
Is it? I thought it was
Easter
Tynecastle.
Road.
Easter Road.
Easter Road.
yeah.
Again, no, still. Like, I don't know why.
I
It's
think
just
Hibs would have been better going away. Genuinely, I think
Away
they'd
for the
have
crowd.
Yeah,
the
I think it
crowd
would have been
bit,
better for them. Again, it's one of those things I said. I think the game will get physical, and it'll be. I think the centre of the park will be the important part.
Hearts played 4-4-2. Hearts played 4-4-2.
Vargas and
weekend there.
cleaned up.
Yeah.
Great. The first goal was brilliant, wasn't it?
Brilliant
The
goal, aye.
interchange,
Oh, the link up, yeah.
Again, 4-4-2s, you don't see
Again, that was
4-4-2s
against a
in the
similar
day.
team that are sitting off the game. I'm not sure Hibs are going to settle for a game, are they? They
no,
couldn't.
they can't.
The fans will
No
not let
chance.
them
They don't
anyway.
normally do this.
So the game's going to be more open.
I'll be in
than
there
that.
going crazy.
How did he fit down the spittle in?
But they played wide, both of them.
Yeah.
played the wide players.
And
correct?
obviously they came inside the pitch and let the two fullbacks sort of bomb on. It's where the second goal comes through as well with the boy in the right hand.
To be fair, two fullbacks, good legs. Wee Penners has got great legs, eh?
Apparently,
I like
I've
Penrith.
not watched a lot again, but apparently he's done really well. this year
I
as well.
knew he would.
What is he good at, Davey? What's his attributes?
Great legs, absolutely great legs. Technically, very, very good. Competes in the air, good in these 1v1 duels, and doesn't mind a tackle. He's got all
similar
the.
to Nicky, or just on the other
He's
side.
probably a wee bit more technical than
Yeah,
Nicky.
yeah.
I think Nicky's a wee bit more powerful in terms of his running power. Penners is a wee bit more athletic agility, but technically, Penners played as a striker. Remember, Penners came through Livingston's academy as a forward.
Did he? Huh?
He's got good feet and anyway to Rangers. So
I liked him at Thistle as well.
he's
He
a
looked
good player.
Just quickly, Valakari got his first win as St Johnstone manager. They two up front.
Is he the
again.
manager?
No.
No, he's no get his permit, but he's manager. I don't think he could be on the touchline, but he's.
Do you think it's one of them? Andy Kirk's telling his mates it's all him.
Aye.
This is all down to me.
Valakari's put that in his
100%
stats, isn't he? 41. Here we go.
But the front two again, they're
But I said
right
they would
hand
always be
far.
alright because those two are. See when they play together?
Yeah.
Oh man, they're frightening. Really.
They are
And
a
if you got
handful
pace at
for
the top end,
anyone.
you got a chance against most teams. But yeah, what a win that was for them.
And it's mad, I think you always write Ross County off after these results. Or usually away from home and then they'll go and beat some, get a big result at home. won't they?
Go back to looking at St Johnstone, what you're saying about the two strikers. They're a handful.
Yeah.
We're looking at St Johnstone, that's what we're saying, and going into a game we'd be worried about that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we have been worried about Sidibe and Kimpioka
Yeah.
going into a Rangers game.
Rangers,
now.
you're not thinking that. Yeah.
I know that's
St
mad to
Johnstone,
think,
you're worried
isn't it?
about the two strikers.
See with his direct style, see on that, is Clement may as well just go and play two up front. If you're going to go and be quite direct, get it up to Dessers, have
Go
somebody
3-5,
off him. Is it Igamame? Looked alright when he came on at Tannadice, didn't he?
Don't know.
He's played a
If
couple
you're
of
not going
games.
to play,
Played a couple of games since then though.
Aye. would there be a case of just going two up front for Rangers now?
It's not very often you see a foreign manager coming in and going two up top.
Yeah.
You know, because it's foreign for them. You know,
Yeah,
it's very foreign for them. Valakari's come in and thought, we've got two boys here that could cause trouble with their pace. It's the first time he's can use them. It's what a fantastic result for them. But I think you're seeing a wee change now. We're talking about Aberdeen going two up top there as well. Second half on Saturday.
Aye.
You know,
Modern
managers now-
defenders don't like it.
No,
do
I
they?
don't like it.
No,
No, I
they
hate
don't.
it.
Someone must always be spare.
Defenders have all.
Aye.
He's a midfielder though, I fucking love it.
Because you're free to two middle of the pitch.
I love it from a midfielder having that overload in middle of it. Just like you do with
That's where
it.
I think you lose a bit of the game, when you're playing against a two up top. If it's naturally two strikers in there, you should be able to pop it.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? But we used to play against a one, you'd be stalling on the striker. Two centre halves are stalling on the striker.
Right,
Couldn't
get up. Right, no, I'm screening.
Man, screening, there's nobody there.
See if it was up to me, I'd have six in the middle. Oh, he's just coming here, man.
I used to feel so sorry for you when you'd play that 3-4-3. It actually be two in the middle and you'd play and just team. The full backs would be in there, there'd be free midfield.
Mate, first
You
game at
couldn't get a fucking
Tynecastle.
kick.
First game at Tynecastle, obviously, it was Angie's first game at Celtic. Nobody knew his sort of style. And they were playing that inverted fullback, and Robbie Nielsen shouting, he press him like that. Fucking press Greg Taylor. Fucking left back.
And you think you're standing away there.
Fucking hell.
Brilliant. St Johnstone, Ross County, always the two that are tipped to be done there. Would you just go along with that again? Would they be your two?
No, I
Fancy?
think, as I said, because of the strikers, I think St Johnstone will
They'll
be
be alright.
I do.
Who could you genuinely say with any confidence that they're going down this year? Nobody.
You've probably got a better insight than us. I don't follow the Premier League as much.
Are Ross County much worse away from home?
Well, Ross County, we played first game of the season, drew 0-0, and there was no much in the game.
But do you know, I think most teams away from home in the Premier League are
Aye.
weaker.
Aye.
Everybody talks about away form. It's hard to win games, and
But
most
David-
teams are stronger at home.
There's no one team that I played this year that thought they'll struggle this year. Do you know what I mean? I've all thought it's just been a sort of cat and mouse, nothing real
It'll
game.
just
do
be
you know
the
what I mean? It's-
consistency. Eh?
Aye, definitely,
It is.
aye. But again, it's like you says, I think your goalie, having confidence in your goalie, and then knowing if you've got one or two boys that can score you 7, 8, 9, 10 goals, I think is always massive in this league.
Yeah.
Does you like Ross County? Do they change how they play away from home, or is it a similar style? It's just that they're not as effective.
The first game of the season, so I can't really remember, but they played two up front at Hampden against Rangers and got battered.
Wait,
what
you
was it,
see them
6-0?
last year? When Don came in last year, they won most of their home games.
Yeah.
Didn't they win away from home?
Played free
You know?
against us up
Yeah.
top, a right narrow free in that part.
You know, they had Murray,
Jordan
White,
White, Brophy.
the Brophy. You know, they brought the Irish lad in now as well.
He
He's
looks
done really
decent,
well.
doesn't he?
He
Yeah.
looks decent, by the way.
Nah,
Yeah.
You know, and it seems the same again. The Park again, they'll be all right at home, away from home. You know, if they need to get a wee bit better there.
Even our successful years in the Premier League, it was the same. If people actually looked into the data, you were strong at home and you struggled away from home.
Aye.
But most clubs are roughly.
Again, was that on something you done tactically, Davey, or was it just the exact same thing? But it was just harder.
to set up. Obviously, St Johnstone here, St Johnstone away, you better win. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, St Johnstone are a wee bit stronger at home than what they were away from home. It's just natural.
Did we not flip it one year though? Remember we were
Aye.
really couldn't win at home, but away from home we were decent.
That was after the cup final, I think, wasn't it?
yeah,
Kind of hit a wee bit of
yeah.
a slide there.
And then people saying I couldn't play on grass, but our record on grass is actually decent. But it was at home that we were
Ashford
struggling to
Toiler.
get. Yeah, struggling to
Lads,
get.
has been done sort of sensational. Just the last wee bit, just to find out how why you decided for Marv to be a coach.
I couldn't play anymore.
Was
I
he
could've played
getting that
another
way?
year, no?
No, I think you could. You probably didn't want to play another year, but because when we put
definitely
you, that was hard. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so. We took Marv out the changing room. He became a coach, and the idea was he would still kind of take part in training, but it gave us an extra body in the changing room with Marv's seat, and we gained you
Yeah.
as a coach and as a player if needed. But I don't think we really got to. I said that a couple of times, but I don't think we actually got to that stage where. We brought Ayo in, remember?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Ayo
yeah.
was, and there
Ayo
was
was
like
in that space.
15 minutes in Marbella. We're playing. I remember we were playing. Went, he's never going to play in
He's
there.
good centre-half.
Honestly, because he was playing centre mid for
The
Queen's
Queen's
House,
holding
scoring
midfield.
goals.
aye.
Kind of looking for that physicality, good in the
Yeah.
ball, looking for the opposite of you. And that was he's
Yeah,
a
he was
centre
centre-half.
back.
How
Yeah,
did
he
you
went
first
centre-half.
how did you first meet?
I remember Heckingbottom came in. This is my version. Heckingbottom came in, and I think they went 13, 14 games. You were out of the team at that point, and he was unbeaten.
Yeah.
And then Rafe Rovers at home, it was Scottish Cup in January, and then they just went on a run.
Yeah.
So for January onwards, you kind of found yourself
Yeah,
at
I
the team
wasn't
just
playing.
through, it wasn't through form, it was just through Heckingbottom start. And you were out of contract, and I said, look,
Yeah.
come into us, I can maybe help you out with the coaching side, you'd be the captain. See, whenever I done my analysis on and off the ball, it was always him breaking up play. Always Marv stepping in, just seeing the defensive side of the game, and that's probably your strongest
Yeah.
part. Sniffing danger.
Yeah. Screening.
Aye. No, but it was, it was by
Get on
me.
the pitch.
And you were much better than I thought you were going to
I
be.
won a couple of runs, didn't
You're
I?
much
It's a
better than I
shout.
thought you were going to be. Swear to God,
In what way? Technically, right?
Nah. Yeah. Athleticism. No, but he had great legs, and his right foot, when you got out in that right area, he put a ball in for Dykes against Ross County.
I was speaking to Dave about it yesterday.
I swear to God, he had a
Flashes
great
up.
delivery.
Close.
Great delivery. Couldn't shoot, couldn't tackle, couldn't header. He used to cut up headers with his eyes shut.
Is that why you, is
Mate,
that what?
I was a blocker for Guthrie. The amount of goals that Guthrie used to score free kicks, I used to run into
you
you, mate,
block
run into
that.
his man, and he's fucking the big giraffe man, headed
You were the best I felt at just breaking the game up and sniffing danger and then helping it on. Giving it to somebody else to go and play,
Go and
which
do
is
that,
actually a dying art now.
Winning fouls.
Oh, the most
Remember
foul
that
player in the Premier League.
Mate,
I just follow.
I remember the stat, man, yeah. It was like in the February, wasn't it, this season, it was like me and then Martin Boyle. Because as soon as I back in, as soon as you touch me, I was on the floor.
Don't know how.
And referee's thinking, because he's so big, it has to be a foul. Or I'll just grab the ball as I fall down. And he's like, oh, foul.
The wee guys dating the display on it. Mark was all over the ball because he used to take his first touch. It was that bad. He had to jump in the action. But he was the most foul player in the Premier
That's
League.
incredible, isn't it?
Touches in Craig Gordon.
But you use your body really well, I feel. Honestly.
Yeah,
And
well,
that's-
Size it,
I know
man.
he's a fucking.
Pictures that,
unit,
Will?
Good.
we got him in and remember your first session was over in Hungary, eh?
Oh,
Remember
man.
that
Do you
one?
meet before you sign him? Did you go and meet him for a coffee, or is it just a phone call?
I don't think
No,
it was a lot of
we spoke over
WhatsApps,
the spoke over the phone. I remember when I first came in, and that's the
That's the missus.
Is that the
Yeah.
Adam's
That's the
family?
missus.
ringtone, by the way.
That's Kirsten, you better not be talking about sex.
She can hear yous. I can't read that. Can't know how to work that.
What was the first pre-season hungry, did you say?
Hungry, so the big man's at it, and he, I've signed with, I'll not be able to get in for a couple of weeks of pre-season. I'm still
Oh,
a
yeah, I've
Hibs
got a couple of
player.
days,
But
extra
you
days
big
off.
Slack. I knew he was going to be like this, chatting us all the running. So we were out to Hungary. eh?
Oh my god!
What was
man.
that like? So you come out the complex, fantastic, 10 o'clock, and you do stupid Scottish. We're training at 10 and we're training at 2. it must have been 45 degrees. We're doing laps in the park, eh?
Yeah. All the foreign teams are like, what the fuck are you not doing outside, basically? They're all training in the evening when it's cooler, like Spanish teams, Italian teams. He's got sat there at 10 o'clock, man. Absolutely.
I remember Marv just
Sweating.
Dolly Wenger.
What was Dolly Wenger doing?
Oh, he couldn't move, man. Couldn't move. Dave was like towing him along, man, trying to drag him. Come on, Dolly, you can do it. Like, trying to get him going like a big horse, man.
That was
Dolly,
your first.
man.
You, London.
Yeah.
That was the start of that group.
Nicky Devlin.
Nicky.
Yeah.
Nicky
Guffers?
as well. Big.
Yeah,
Guffers as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Guffers as well. He's the first one I didn't know a lot about Guffers when I signed him. He came into us quite late.
Got good reaction
Signed
online,
him,
though.
watched his best actions on Y-Scout, desperate in a centre-back, left-footed centre-back, signed him, went on Twitter. I must have been about 8,000 messages.
Muscle man.
Shit. I'm like, oh my God.
Did you start to shite yourself?
I was like, what have I done? Oh no. It was magnificent.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Honestly,
Still at
brilliant.
Northampton.
Northampton, yeah.
But
He
again,
was
another
class,
player
man.
with us that I felt, why did it? Hibs were crying out.
Yeah, for us.
He was linked to Hibs for a bit, wasn't he? I remember it.
But Fitzy was more linked. Fitzwater was getting a wee bit of traction.
Good as well, yeah.
I got one phone call for Big Guffrey, who cruised the Premier League, cruised
Yeah,
it,
he's brilliant,
and
man.
scored 6 to 8 goals every season.
He's so unorthodox though, wasn't he?
Aye.
Like, you just think someone's going to skip by him and he just had these
He
long
was
legs.
so
man.
polite as well, eh?
Oh my God, yeah.
Used to shout at him, you fucking big bastard. I don't agree with you.
I don't agree with that.
Fuck you don't agree with me.
Effie crying one side and him saying that on the
But
other.
he was a great
boys
guy.
crying.
eh?
Yeah, brilliant. guy.
Last wee bit. Sorry, mate.
I was just about to say, you've had brilliant stories together, but was the biggest test of your relationship when you played him left wing in a cup
I
final?
told you not to speak about us. I'm only kidding. Go for it. No, but
That's what made me retire, man.
I got rid of him. A year early.
Part of the
A
plan.
year early.
What was your ranking? Was it because
Sean
Rooney was such
Rooney,
a threat when I
this is
remember?
God's honest truth. Sean Rooney must have got, he won St Johnstone, the semi-final in the Scottish,
Yeah.
the final in the Scottish, the final in the League Cup, and the final in the semi-final in the League Cup. Open play, Kieran Brown, I can't remember, we had 3 injuries in the left back area.
Yeah.
Jacko, I got him in. Remember Jacko
Yeah,
to play
yeah.
on the left-hand side to try and match him, because all they were doing was hitting diags to Sean Rooney, bang, setting balls, and they were away. I said, I need to try and do something there. So who's the worst in the air that I've got? Oh, that'll be Marv. I'll play. And you actually marked him out the game in terms of against the ball.
Yeah.
And he scores for a set play. And who was fucking marking him?
Guffers.
John Guthrie.
Guffers,
That's how
man.
He scored a lot of
ironic-
goals that year,
Yeah,
though, didn't
And I
He's a
remember
threat.
Foxy came in at the end of the season. Foxy said, look, I'm going to jump up. I've got an opportunity to go into Hibs with Jack and Potsy.
Oh, it's typical.
I said, right, cool. I said, crack on, good luck to you. I said, just tell them to watch Sean Rooney. Tell them to watch who scores a goal for the final in the
Yeah,
Scottish
yeah.
Cup to beat Hibs. And you could probably argue if Jack had won that game,
He would
he
have,
might have had a wee bit more time.
Yeah.
Longer.
to him. But that's
Yeah.
football for you, innit?
Yeah.
Look at it now. That's football for you. So
Totally.
that was the rationale behind that one.
Talking about football, we know how much you love it, mate. How hard was last season getting relegated?
It was difficult, but perversely I kind of half enjoyed the challenge as well. This year are we any different really?
No, really, no.
We come in,
No.
more like fuck. on sit there winning games of football, what are we like on a Monday morning? It's depressing. Like you're so emotionally involved in football, so winning, losing, drawing, whatever it was, I don't think it's changed this year, Chipper. We're just winning more games of football.
Don't
But
think
you
it
come
ever
into your
changes.
work every day, you've all been there.
Mm.
You've all been there. It was difficult, but I don't think fans help. There's fans on social media, he's shit, wage fees. Then a Monday morning comes in, these boys are going, I can't wait to get out here.
Yeah, they're seeing it.
Because
yeah.
remember, a lot of them are only Scottish based. Or we're using us as a stepping stone, and we're coming in having to try and motivate them and pick them up on the Monday morning, where the fans can't, social media battering them. And you've seen that a wee bit with Rangers with certain players over the last year or so, no?
You think players should switch off to that though?
No, I think they try, but I don't think they do.
No, they definitely don't.
They don't.
It's
No, I think
mental.
it's a massive problem in football.
Would you read it last year, Davey? Would you go on and read it?
No,
Is
I
that why you
came
had
off
to
it.
do
I genuinely came off it and see what I done in the summer there. I muted most Livingston and stuff. But even now, I like Twitter for football
Yeah,
news.
yeah,
It
it's
keeps
good
you up to date
update.
with stuff. I don't get any Livingston stuff because I've muted everybody. Do you know what I
Of
mean?
course.
And because I like Twitter for football.
But does it annoy you that people forget where you took the club for? You were League One
because
when you went in.
I think it's a minority. The minority shout loudest. Minorities are now getting football managers sacked for football clubs. But that minority is now controlling the atmosphere within football stadiums. Keep telling other fans they're shit. Come in, there's a bad pass, there's an OG years ago against the whole fan, the crowd now turn. I don't get this analogy, I pay my money and I'll shout what I want. I don't buy into that. I think the clues and the terminology support the club. Support the club through thick and thin. And I think the majority of our fans try to do that, Chipper. Like, I can't remember many bad games in terms of the atmosphere. I think most did try to encourage, but there's always going to be a minority.
How does it feel at this point in the season they're out, and I take it the expectations are obvious this season?
Aye, expectations go to try and get back on. It doesn't feel any different for this time last year. The expectation is going to try and win that next game of football. How are we going to win it and strip it back, reverse engineer it, go back to be right Monday morning, what are we doing? Tuesday, what are we doing? Wednesday, what we're doing? Go and try and win on Saturday. That's kind of not been any different, week to week, just try and win.
Do you find a difference with the players?
Pardon?
Do you find a difference like how they're moving?
Probably the atmosphere in and around the place. And I wouldn't say we had a bad atmosphere last year, because I think the boys still try to be positive within the environment, and you know the staff. We're kind of neither up nor down, win, lose or draw. We kind of try and
Chebs up all the time.
we always try and leave your problems at the front door. Do you know what I mean? So the staff try and control the environment, but I think you can see it in the group this year. It needed that new group of players. You needed that new group to come in with fresh energy, and you're winning games of football. Because I know what we can do as a club, and I know what we can do as staff.
Need you back in the Premier League, lads.
Aye.
I'm not sure why I go back to the Premier League.
We need the meals before we go.
Alright, well, your favourite meal? You're going to die, your favourite meal?
A favourite meal?
Have you done it? Yeah,
No.
Starter, main, dessert, what would it be?
No. Did you tell me to do that?
No, but I'm asking you now.
Starter. Salt and vinegar discos. Main meal. Beef Monster Munch. And then oysters for my
oysters for my
Salt
nice.
and vinegar discos.
Nice.
Good
What's yours,
start.
Chipper?
The microphone, you'd be fucking eating that.
Wedding cake. Efe's wedding cake.
I'll tell each other's. Red wine for the starter. White and a vodka.
Cider.
Cider.
What have you got for a starter, Con?
My mom's homemade soup.
Oh, I like it.
What, you had my mom's?
Yeah, but to say. Exactly. Oh, yeah, that's
He's
decent.
in your mom's homemade soup and your dad's moustache.
Brilliant. Main course.
Your
Liver
mom's
and
homemade
onions.
pasta.
Oh, Chipper, no.
Oh, liver and onions.
Liver and onions, you
liver and
fucking
onions.
sicko, man.
That's disgusting, man. Aye. I was
He's iron.
hoping for his mom's homemade
Decent,
pasta.
Liver's decent,
man,
by
it
the
knows.
way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chipper, I give that to my dog.
It's expensive.
Didn't get to my dog.
It's expensive now.
Every bottle of that for me, right?
Boys, you've been sensational. Thanks so much.
Yeah, lad.
Cheers.